I'll just sit here and wait for somebody to come on. And hi, fine coin collecting. How are you doing? I don't know what to talk about first. Moved back to a home that I love, but there's so much to do, and doing it single handedly got me just feeling like I'm over a barrel. I have very little energy when it comes to stuff, and I don't know what to do first. Let me show you a little bit of what I'm dealing with. My beautiful table is full of junk again. I got boxes of junk that I need to go through, both there and over there. I also got a living room that looks like hell that needs to be taken care of. Mounds and mounds of clothes. The bedroom over there, it still needs to be cleaned out. The one in there needs to be cleaned out. The one in there needs to be cleaned out. And the bathroom and everything just needs to be completely redone. My lights up here don't work because the breaker blew. I feel like I just don't know what to do. My husband, he does what he can, but it just, well, at over 600 pounds and with asthma, I don't want him breathing in half the junk that I have to deal with. My late husband's family and his friends that came in here let rats nest in every corner that they could find and in every drawer and every place else. So I've got hell to go through, plus all the money we've been borrowing from his mom, and I just hate borrowing money. I hate it. I hate asking my friends on Facebook for money. I hate asking for people to give me money because I was not raised that way. I wasn't raised to panhandle, beg, or borrow, or steal, or lie, or nothing. I'm 52, and even though I own this house, I don't have anything in the way of a lawnmower or nothing because they stole everything. And I just wonder when is there going to be the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Rainbow, I mean. Thank you for supporting me, fine coin collecting, and praying for me. I just, with the bad back right here on my neck, I'm not supposed to lift anything over 10 pounds, but I'm having to lift garbage bag after garbage bag after garbage bag of stuff that used to mean a lot to me out to the garbage. It's like it's tearing my heart out. And all the stuff that my mom gave to me as an inheritance, destroyed, stolen, and just pretty much if it was anything that they wanted, they took, or if they pawned it, I don't know. I mean, you gotta walk a mile in somebody's shoes. I spent 26 years with that guy. He developed Alzheimer's, dementia, and hit me in August of 2013. I left, and after that, I met this guy I'm with now, my new husband. But everybody in the community thinks of my late husband as a god, thinks of, doesn't think that I'm his freaking widow and maybe she needs a little help or something without wanting something back. I mean, this neighbor, I know what he's getting at when he's saying he wants a little something something in return for doing stuff for me. I am not going to take and have sex with someone other than my husband. This shit, that stuff won't happen. It won't. And for him to think, or anybody else in this community to think that way, they're dead wrong. Got this guy, he admitted that he went behind my back to illegally obtain a title to a car that I owned, a 2004 Jaguar, and he doesn't even seem to have any remorse. And that's not the only car that he's got an illegal title to. He's got one for a Volkswagen and for a Saab. Well, Saab. And he loves to steal high dollar cars from people and doesn't give a shit. He actually takes and says, I'm a respected man in the community, but yet, too, he doesn't show any kind of respect to the person, to a person in the community. He'll take a vehicle, take money, and take the car or a truck. He'll take and eventually take the vehicle out from underneath of it. And my car is not the only one from this family that he's taken from. He took a couple of pickup trucks that belonged to my late husband. And it seems like You can think about fighting City Hall, but there ain't a thing you can do. And I'll show you how messed up they were when it came to my stuff. This is all that remained of the webcam that cost me $60. They cut it right at the very back and threw it in the back of the closet for the mice and the rats to kill. I don't know. It must be easy for them to sleep in bed at night. It sure wouldn't be me. I couldn't sleep good if I did that. He shilled an auction and bought, supposedly bought every one of the cars that he was auctioning off and got them. They, some people are just sinister, and it just eats at me when people act like that. I mean, it's not enough that my plumbing in the toilets is so bad that I end up with a $200 water bill every month. Plus, I got about $200 for cable and internet, plus about 150 for electric, plus 100 something for my car insurance. And let's see, got so many bills and having to pay people back because we borrow credit so that we can eat. It's just ridiculous that people can treat you like that. And people only know one side of a story and they don't care to hear the other. That's the only explanation I can come up with. They're trained at an early age to be deceptive and not care. I just, today's just been one, yesterday was one of those days, and it's just been one of those months. I know God's got a way, and I know God's got a plan, but seriously, I wish it would just happen already. There's only so many hours of the day that I can do stuff with it being around 110 degrees, heat index, and only one little air conditioner in my bedroom that works. We end up sweating through our shirts, sweating through our pants, and everything else. And all because people decided they just wanted to be jerks to And I'll tell you how I got to this place. In April, I was informed that the taxes hadn't been paid, and my new husband and I were tired of living in an apartment complex, 8 floors, and hundreds of people wanting to be all up in your business, and the slumlord manager that was like, well, if you don't like it here, we can always put you in a nursing home. I do not need a nursing home. Trying to kick me out because I pay my rent on time, I make sure things are clean, and I take care of things, and then they decide to track in bed bugs in the apartment that I'm in. I had to, we had to leave everything behind. And then they just sent a bill collection saying we owe them $500.17. They aren't seeing a penny of that because I have a cat. I gave them 300 deposit. I left my 198 deposit. That means they pretty much are covered for all $500 except for maybe a little bit. It's just, I ask myself sometimes, what do I look like? Do I look stupid or something? Because I don't have all the teeth I'm supposed to have? Well, let me tell you about that. The roots on my teeth are infected and I can't get them taken out through Medicaid, and with a clot in this, with a blood clot, plaque in my neck on the left side at 80%. Uh, well, 80%. I'm taking my medicine. I've got diabetes. Yes, I smoke. But when your nerves are that shot, you do what you gotta do. I I can't even fathom right now taking care of my diabetes until my stress level gets a little lower. I just would like to have a time when I go to sleep, a time when I wake up, and be able to be cool in this place. I will be glad when October gets here, when all the cool weather will be here, and I can really, really get this place ship shape. Because during the summer months, ah, I can't deal with the heat. My head hurts from trying to get rid of the feet. I know. You know when I'm tired, when I start trying to sing. Maybe I ought to try singing on. Maybe I ought to try my luck at singing. Somebody told me Back when I was in a chat room, I looked like and sounded like Susan Boyle. I was like, oh my God, why? But that's for another time. Yeah, that heat will just drag you down and take you under. Not to mention that when the rats decided to make their nest, and with all this tall grass out there, there are fleas like hell. And I mean fleas. We got these little containers, and you won't be able to see them in this one, but got this container down here that is filled with water and Dawn dish soap, and got another one over by the TV, and those things will fill up with 100 fleas within 24 hours. So we got the mother of all infestations. Doesn't help Miko, our cat, because he's got sores all over the place, but they're healing since he's being able to stay outside for a while. Yeah, I just feel overwhelmed at times, and sometimes I end up taking it out on the wrong people, and it's not that I want to, it's not that I am evil or vindictive or anything like that. I'm just so fed up that I don't know which way to turn. I just have those times when I just crack. I've heard some people tell me I'm bipolar, but if that's what bipolar is, I'm sorry. I just, whenever I've been on medicine for depression and stuff, it made it worse. And it made it to the point of where I couldn't sleep and I couldn't feel right. And there you go. That's a flea. Yeah, every one of those little red bumps is from a flea bite. And get this, I've already bug bombed this place once. That was about a week and a half ago. Oh, one day this place will be back. Well, thank you, Fine Coin Collecting, for coming by. And I hope and I pray for you that your life is going good and that you get a good night's sleep and you're happy. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you. And I guess I'll end this. 25 going on 26 minutes. So, yeah, I love you. Hello. Well, come on in and ask a question. Talk to me. Whatever you want. I'm not going anywhere, I guess. Not even going to sleep. Oh, I wish I could. Just restless tonight, I guess. Hey, want to learn how to roll a cigarette? Take your little device here. Gather you up some tobacco. Make sure you get it all the way over. You can overfill it all you need to, because when you start doing this, see, it packs it down. And you just scrape off a little bit of this excess. And sometimes you get a little spot here that needs a little extra fill. So you just put that in there. Close it down again and start tamping it down a little bit. And right here at the very end of where the chute is, you got to make sure that's clean and clear, because afterwards you got to grab a tube, and I use menthol, and then you got to put this in over that little tiny chute. That's right there, that orange thing. I know you can't really see it, but you gotta slide that over there. Make sure it's flush. Close the device like this and give it a nice tug evenly down and back up. And put your little stuff right here back. Give it a few taps on the table. Tap, tap, tap. Sometimes you can do a little bit like this. A couple more taps and you're ready. I need to find me a place to put this stuff at. I guess I could get up and give it a toss in the garbage. Or close enough to it. I found a couple of videos where you can use tobacco, the butts of a cigarette, and boil them and add a couple little ingredients in order to make pesticide with for a garden. So I've saved some butts in a bucket in the bathroom so that I can have that started. You got to make sure the filters and the paper off and just strain it with a real fine sieve and put it in bottles with a spray thing on, and you can use that on your garden and your house plants. And I'm hoping maybe I can just do that along the baseboards, and it'll help control some of the other things that come in here besides the fleas. Sorry. Um, One of my cute purchases about 5 years ago was this little foxy mousetta. I like it because it's easier than a corded mouse, and it's a Logitech, just like the webcam I got. And I guess I'm just rambling now, so maybe I'll just let y'all go.